Good morning, MHS. It's Friday, and welcome to the March 10th edition of The Pulse. I'm Cameron Wazalowski.
And I'm Miles Hurley. Thank you so much for joining us. This week on The Pulse, we will give you an exclusive look at one sport's upcoming season that may have one coach making some tough decisions to determine the future outcome of his team.
We then traveled to the track to see Manchester's all-star track athletes' journey to New England's, the Final Four.
Lastly, we'll show you a behind-the-scenes look of this year's spring musical.
All this and much more coming up on this week's edition of The Pulse.
With the end of winter sports upon us here at MHS, the start of spring sports has finally begun. The MHS baseball team is in full swing preparing for their 2017 season. Chris Pagano brings us the story.
As the winter sports season gradually approaches its end, this means spring sports are right around the corner. Junior Chad Hahn, who recently got cleared after having a serious back surgery, is counting down the days to when he can step back onto the field.
I haven't been able to play at 100% for a whole year, and I feel like it's really crushed me. But now being able to play, definitely going to make me excited.
Throughout the offseason, several athletes hoping to play for the MHS baseball team have been training to prepare for this upcoming season.
I've been in the weight room a lot. I've been throwing a lot too. I've been stretching like every day.
The MHS baseball team has a reputation of success. Making the state tournament 7 years in a row, the team hopes to keep the streak going. New varsity assistant coach Pat Walsh believes he can help the team continue its success over the course of this season.
Whatever player has aspirations of continuing on to whether college or community college or whatever, hoping to work with them, develop their skills. So hopefully they can take that to the next level. It's one of the big things I hope to help provide.
There are many different factors that are required for a team to succeed. Head coach of the varsity team, Mark DiDomenzio, believes leadership is the most vital factor.
Anyone that puts on that uniform has to step up. Young players, seniors, juniors, sophomores, freshmen, if they get called up, whoever it is has to be ready to play and contribute at all times.
Senior Justin Miller, a standout performer on last year's team, is poised to step up in their leadership role and support the team in any way he can.
Make sure everybody's up when we're hitting or on the bench or whatever. Make sure everybody's cheering everybody on. No fooling around in practice. Take everything serious. Practice how you play.
Right here on the varsity baseball field, the MHS Indians start their journey to success and high hopes for a state tournament victory. From the Pulse and the field, this has been Patrick Doherty reporting.
Tryouts for the MHS baseball team begin on Saturday, March 18th at 9 a.m. Any students interested in playing can see Mr. DiDomenzio in room 119 or Officer Walsh for more information on how to join. While they are gearing up for their season, alumni pitcher David Steele has been representing Manchester well with Northeastern University. David recently played against the Boston Red Sox for their preseason game, while also capturing a picture with Red Sox rookie standout Andrew Benintendi.
In other sports news, when the 2016-2017 indoor track season began, the team had no idea what the outcome would be. But this past Saturday, 3 other jumpers and I had an opportunity to compete at a regional level at the 2017 New England Indoor Track Championship meet. Kyle Smith was there to document the final meet for the Final Four.
When the indoor track season started, there were over 50 athletes who trained relentlessly throughout the winter season. Of that 50, only 4 remain. The MHS flight crew consists of 4 senior jumpers who competed at the New England Indoor Track Championships this past Saturday.
The whole coaching staff is proud. These 4 kids worked hard.
I'm still thankful to God for going.
The 4 of them placed top 6 at state open championships, and this qualified them to compete. So while the rest of the team rested, they continued to work hard and perform to the best of their abilities.
A lot of hard work, dedication. My teammates pushed me here. I pushed them, and with that hard work, we accomplished our goal.
Coach Ian was very proud of the quartet of qualifiers, and he noticed how
really had to push themselves throughout the last, meet of the season to reach those qualifying marks.
the close-knit group finally made it to Boston last Saturday ready to compete. Among the highlights was the fourth-place finish by Elizabeth Lodge in high jump, which qualified her for the national competition today, March 10th.
She was excited that she just cleared, missed 5.7, so that's a good segue into the outdoor season.
Dave Mazzata has been the coach of these jumpers for all 4 years, and he is very proud of their success.
I feel like there's a good hope for a good outdoor season. It's a great testament to their hard work and dedication to the sport.
And from their warm-ups in this cafeteria to the hard work on this track and to the sweat in this weight room, these 4 athletes have worked hard and has definitely paid off. From The Pulse, this has been Kyle Smith reporting.
New England's was the perfect way to end the winter season, and I can't wait to see what the outdoor season has to offer.
Yeah, it was really fun. I got to see a couple of your guys' meets, and you guys are really good.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate you and everyone else that came out to support us this season.
Well, we're serving up something new for you this week, MHS. We have Nick Wilson, host of Lunch on Me, to give you the hottest food tips to enjoy your lunch.
This is Lunch on Me with Nick Wilson. Hey guys, welcome to the first ever MHS Lunch Review. Here we got the classic spicy chicken patty. And you're wondering, why not the regular chicken patty? Because this one has a crunch factor. Let's section these off and get right to the meat and potatoes. First, alright, now the first thing you gotta do is apply your condiments. I like to, pull the old SpongeBob and do a smiley face with a unibrow. And now you're saying, it's a spicy chicken patty. I got the hot sauce. You wanna know why? Because we're gonna spice it up. I do this to everything I eat at MHS. Now, we're gonna get the cross section. Look at that cross section. All right, time for the first bite. There's a smoky flavor to it, really, and the bread really holds up. You can't go wrong. And you know what I like to wash it down with? A nice strawberry milk. Now, of course, you got to get the greens in your lunch. I taking some bite first, but I got a little sauce for it. That'll add some flavor. Now this is what I like when I eat lunch. Next off, we get the apple cranberry, a staple for any time I see it. It just really gives you a nice bitterness, but it's sweet too. Too good. The applesauce, of course. Now this is just what goes into making a great MHS meal. Oh man. And hey, this time, lunch is on me.
I've always gotten a chicken patty, but I've never thought to put hot sauce on it.
Yeah, he definitely just reinvented that for the whole student body here.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Obviously. Well, with winter sports drawing to a close, the training for spring sports begins. But lately, the inconsistent weather has made it difficult for these athletes to plan practices and prepare for their upcoming season.
For all athletes, March is typically one of the most important months to practice for their upcoming season. But due to the inconvenience of the weather recently, it has been hard for athletes to polish skills that they need in order to succeed in their respective sports. When the weather is subpar, many athletes result in using the gym.
When the weather isn't very good, we have to go into the gym and hit off mats, but we have to share it with the girls, which is less space for us. But we just hit plastic balls against the divider, and it's not as much fun as going out on the actual golf course.
Many athletes feel that they don't get the same type of training indoors as they do outdoors. This has made many of them primarily resort to utilizing the weight room.
I normally just do indoor drills like cone drills and all that.
Unfortunately, Manchester athletes don't have the same opportunities as other school districts. Indoor facilities such as Star Hill in Tolland and Hill House in New Haven are always available to athletes in those towns. While Manchester's indoor track team travels to Star Hill twice a week, athletes are well aware of the disadvantage of other towns having an indoor facility right next door.
And it put us at less risk of an injury because we can throw the ball farther distances and not have to cramp into one space in the gym.
Areas such as this gym have proved to be very useful in the training for MHS athletes, but still, with the inconsistent weather and the lack of an indoor facility, MHS athletes struggle to prepare for the upcoming season. From The Pulse, this is Ben Mashinsky reporting.
The beginning of the spring season is just around the corner, with many sports premiering on March 18th and 20th. All practice grounds will be subject to change depending on the weather. Athletes can find those updates on the location of practices through Mr. Boudelier or the coach.
Saucon Buskin is putting in countless hours to make this season's production of Godspell one to remember. Lucas Bulldog takes a behind-the-scenes look at the preparation and hard work students and staff do to make it all work.
Manchester High School student actors are preparing for this year's spring musical, Godspell. Students stay after school every day to perfect their lines and lyrics before their big debut on March 16th. If you've entered the auditorium recently, you've probably seen Godspell's unique set, designed by prop master Elizabeth Bienvenu.
The set is really different from anything we've ever done. So this year, Godspell is going to take place on a playground. It can take place really anywhere, but we just chose a playground. So we have like a pirate ship and just a whole jungle gym.
Once on the stage, the cast rehearses each scene over and over, as directed by chorus teacher Mr. Tyler and assistant director Ms. Shea.
And you guys are supposed to be like, okay.
If they're not acting, they are singing, accompanied by Mr. McCarthy on piano and senior Chris Mills on bass. Godspell's critically acclaimed score is a hit with MHS actors.
Like All for the Best and Day by Day and the finale, they're all really good songs.
My favorite scene would have to be when we sing By My Side.
I mean, I'm in chorus and I love to sing, so I love the singing part, but it's also really cool to hear the other people's numbers, like their main numbers that they sing, because some are so good singers, it's crazy.
Whether it's their first year,
it took a little getting used to, especially because I had never acted or anything before,
or their fourth.
And I said, I might as well just try out for the musical, and it has been one of the most rewarding things that I've ever done. This is my fourth musical, and I did one fall show.
The opportunity to develop their own characters is greatly appreciated by all those involved in the musical.
I'd say the hardest part is probably, for me it was learning how to kind of portray my character while I'm on the stage, and especially in Godspell, because it's not like I have a really clear character to act out.
2 Fridays in a row we've had character building, and we've kind of sat through the questions being hey, what is my purpose on stage? What is my character personally trying to become? And because we are not really cast as specific characters, the whole cast, we're playing ourselves, we've kind of got to analyze our whole beings, and just this whole cast is this whole show is reflective of our innermost thoughts.
Then it goes from everything oh, you're learning all these lessons and you're all together and you're having fun and everything, but then it really turns into, it develops really quickly as something that is thought-provoking and makes us all very in touch with our emotions and kind of puts us in a very humbled place. So.
In the cast's hard work and dedication will soon pay off.
The last week when the show all starts to finally come together and we have dress rehearsals and we're here really late, but it really brings everybody together as a cast. And then opening night and the Friday show and then the Saturday show, and it's just really fun.
From The Pulse, this has been Chris Pagano reporting.
Students can purchase tickets to Godspell from any cast member for $9 or buy them at the door for $10. Senior citizens and MHS staff may purchase seats at a discounted rate. It looks like Godspell will be another spring musical you won't want to miss.
And this past Friday, a murder was solved in our very own MHS cafeteria as part of Murder Mystery run by the junior class. This year, the event turned to be much more than just food and a show. Matt Barnwell went behind the scenes to show the work and preparations that go into this annual MHS tradition.
On Friday, March 3rd, members of the MHS community came together for this year's Murder Mystery Dinner. Guests enjoyed food, raffles, and a humorous skit written and performed by members of the MHS staff. The event ran smoothly, but as longtime cast member Mrs. Mazzata points out, there's a lot of work that goes into making sure the show goes off without a hitch.
As a cast member, there's 14 of us, I believe, this year. We have to find times to get together to meet. We have rehearsals in the evening, after school, trying to get everyone together. Memorizing lines is always a tough thing to do.
For the last few weeks, staff members have been spending many late nights rehearsing for the event, but the fun time spent with other cast members make it all worth it.
It's hysterical. It's so much fun. Seeing these people kind of outside of the actual event, the rehearsals and stuff. It's a great time. I've gotten to work with, like I said, teachers that I don't really see.
The teachers were not the only ones putting in long hours, though, as the junior class board has been working for many months to organize the event.
Right after Christmas break ended, we kind of jumped right into it and started planning and figuring out which businesses were going to be able to donate. And after that, it was pretty much every day we worked on it.
And although the main objective of this event was to raise money for the junior class, it also acted as an opportunity for fellow classmates to spend time together.
Everyone was there together having a great time, and it was a really good bonding experience for everyone.
The Murder Mystery Dinner was yet again a major success, and that is thanks to the hard work put in by the MHS junior class. From The Pulse, this has been Matt Barnwell reporting.
Overall, the Murder Mystery Dinner raised close to $2,000 and was one of the most profitable fundraisers yet. The money raised for the junior class will go toward junior prom, senior prom, and other events next year.
Well, that's all we have for you this week, Manchester. Thank you so much for joining us.
If you have any suggestions for stories that we might have missed, email Mr. Larson at b11elars@mpspride.org or just visit us in the communications suite.
If you're interested in learning more about The Pulse or checking some of our other projects out, visit mhstelevision.com.
Hey, if you just can't get enough of MHS news, check out our school newspaper at mhsharbinger.org.
And of course, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook at MHS Red Prod. I'm Cameron Ozlowski.
And I'm Miles Hurley. This has been The Pulse.